Already. Arm day. Get some big old arms. I don't know. My elbows feel like shit. So probably. I mean, we'll see. See if it will pop. That one needs to pop. Okay. If that doesn't pop by the time we get to the gym, that could be a problem. Shouldn't be, but it might be. This guy just. You're good. You're good. All right. Okay, so start with some warm ups, and then I'll probably just like pyramid up to one heavy set of biceps, and then switch to triceps. Gotta get some activation on the other side, or else it just doesn't agree with me. And I would say that I would try like rope tricep pushdowns or something, because you can go like lighter weight, focus on the squeeze, and that quote unquote should help my elbows more, but I don't think it's going to. I think I'm going to feel a pinch in my elbows under almost any sort of weight whatsoever. I might have to, I don't know. I usually don't feel problems when I'm doing cable kickbacks or dumbbell kickbacks, but it's not a very fun exercise. You don't get any squeeze or stretch either. And I really want the stretch is what I'm really looking for. I mean, I think we've all seen bodybuilders do very different types of rep ranges, but I've probably seen the most effective things happen from the people who can stretch the most. Tom Platz can stretch the living crap out of his quads. Like he can sit down on his shins and like lay back sitting on his feet, which I can do that if my knees aren't too banged up. My left knee doesn't let me sometimes, but Arnold did his chest flies to the floor. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he like had his bench up on a couple plates or something just so he could get more depth on the flies. And obviously, Arnold's chest is insane. So the stretch is very, very important. The stretch is basically the more because the rep range isn't exactly what's the usable muscle, but it's a little bit confusing. But let's just hit arms. Okay, that was an exhausting arm day. A lot more exhausting than normal. I think I tried to do like Well, I mean, I probably tried to do too much, but I really did like, let me think, I did like 3 or 4. There's no way I did more than like 15 sets total, including like fluff sets and warm ups and stuff for triceps and biceps. But, how am I going to figure out this mic here? Will that work? That, I don't know anymore. Fuck it. Let's just grab this chart or something. Okay, so started off with the 40s for biceps. I just did biceps first instead. I like went to warm them up, and then I was like, well, I'm doing biceps, so just did biceps, and then I did triceps. Good God, my brain's just not working that well, but whatever. You don't need to know what I did. I did sets kind of hard. I filmed the last set of everything. I did biceps and then triceps, and then I did one set of biceps at the end, but it was just a massive drop set from the 30s to the 25s to the 20s to the 17 and a halves, I think they were. And that was brutal. And to be honest, it didn't really, like, it felt like it did stuff to my muscles, yes, yay. Although, like, when we're in the bulk, detriment to the muscle doesn't necessarily mean everything. It doesn't necessarily mean muscle synthesis. So it's not like the end all be all is muscle destruction. But obviously, you need to break down the muscle to get any remotely kind of a pump at all. But what I mean is, it required probably too much blood flow and inflamed the muscles to the point where it is possible that it restricted blood flow. Like, maybe, probably not like in your arteries and veins, but I don't know. The pump felt really good, but in the mirror, it didn't really look like it was there. But it looked like I wasn't as watery as I normally am. It's probably because I didn't eat as much food today. I didn't really eat any food today. I fucking lacked, which brings me to my next point, is after this, I'm going to go drink my protein dextrose with Panda, and then after that, I'm probably going to eat like 6 ounces of ground beef, and then if I don't eat carbs with that, then I should get pretty hungry within like 30-40 minutes of that, and then I think I'm gonna go get McDonald's, which should be like at this point, McDonald's is good and all, but it's actually, if I ate it when I just wanted it, then a night where I lacked and now I need to load on calories at the end of the night, it would suck if I just had to eat ground beef and chicken and rice to make up 1,200 calories. That would suck. It's probably the worst case possible scenario, because you can eat as much as you want. Your body still needs to be accustomed to the food. You know what I mean? Like, we all know small people who have eaten like, say, a 6,000 calorie day, and it's like it's just because they're unhealthy in every other aspect. But yeah, that was a lot of rambling, and all I remember that started me off on that was that sometimes you can get too much of a pump. So realistically, I think for the next arm day, it's going to be, I think I'm going to warm up. That's a tricky one for warming up, because say you do biceps and triceps. I don't know anyone ever, well, I don't know a lot of people, but who in their right mind can work a bunch of biceps and then right after that be like, well, my elbow's warmed up, so I'm going to just go right into my heavy tricep sets. That doesn't, if you can do that, that's more power to you. But it's people, you don't have to warm up you don't have to do feeler sets for everything. But I think if you switch entire muscle groups, and let's be honest, when you're going from biceps to triceps, it's your elbow joint that's really, that's where a lot of the motion is, but like it's all different tendons. It's all different tendons and ligaments. So it's not your triceps are not warmed up when you're doing after you do biceps. And oh, get in the road. Almost ran over his ball there. Did I? No, I didn't. Right. That's funny. He saw me. He didn't run into the road, but I saw the ball, and then he ran. It's funny. All right, let's get with Panda. I'm dead. Panda, Panda. Where's the show? Successful arm day. Now I had some golf balls before it gets pitch black.